I contacted you and then I asked you for help. And then once you started teaching, uske baad to everything changed. And so I had like made up my mind. I still remember it was like end of last year, very end. I had started. And then one of my New Year's resolution was that you've got 1 year and you have to give it your all. So then I really put everything down and everything aside, and I said that 1 year you have to just log and get into. And I remember being one of the activities in your program was that you write down where you think you are right now and where you want to be. Like in each subject, you had said that I think preparation and confidence and portion and all of that. Write it out of 10 and write what you want it to be. And you had told us to list down all of our goals. So my goal was, because by then I realized that I had fallen behind and getting into a good IIT was going to be a struggle. So I had said that the best I can realistically do is get into bits, like bits with a good stream. So that was my goal that I had made up, that okay, if my top achievable goal is bits. I really wanted to get into bits and anything.
When you joined me, and what was your first reaction to it? You came to me, we started teaching, I started teaching you, but what was, I gave you that 3 days ka workshop. I asked you to just go and watch it, right? If you remember.
Yeah.
So, yeah. तुमको you actually उसको करने के बाद क्या लगा था? Were you very hopeful या लगा कि यार क्या बकवास है यार, क्यों करना है?
नहीं, not at all.
What was your first emotion towards that?
The first I think after first few classes or so, I realized that you were like one of those no nonsense type of people. जब भी मस्ती करना है मस्ती करो, जब भी पढ़ना है तो पढ़ो. And like you were one of those like very good type, like where like you would give a certain amount of homework, for example, and you wouldn't like be behind my life that do it. But if I didn't do it, you would make sure that you will punish me and give me more homework. So like that kind of stuff, like, and like just even in your teaching, but most of your teaching was like really good and very clear. Like it wasn't like here like all over the place. Lots of teachers they teach something, then leave out something, and then teach something else, and then like, oh, I forgot this. Yours was very structured, like even how you made those mind maps and all, even like it was all very structured and very good. And then even the workshop day when like I did that full activity and all, so I could definitely see that definitely you are the right sir for making, like, because physics mein tabhi I had realized that physics was I had a chem tutor let's say that I had started pehle only, and math though was my strength. So physics was also like one of those where I thought I was good, but I actually wasn't. Like when you think that you are really good and you think you know it, but when actually it comes down to problem solving and all, even not in papers, even when you just take your time and all, when you still don't get it, then I was like, okay, focus. And then at least I think the one very good thing you made me do is you made me put in those hours. Like you weren't like one of those like, oh, do you know the concept? You not know the concept. You were like, okay, if you finish it, try HC. Full HC I want. So at least I like started solving all problems, and that also helps because knowing the concept is one thing, but even sitting and solving questions based on the concept is a different thing. So I think that also really helped. And then you always pushed us, like you are always very encouraging and that way. So that was also where I quite enjoyed your teaching. So that was a good thing.
Best thing of this association?
I think the best thing, I think like I said, you definitely pushed me. Like when I first came to you, tabhi I wasn't really studying every day, and I wasn't putting in those efforts. And I think the one thing that you definitely made me do was like slog like you really made me slog, and you really like got me off comfort, and like I got like all of that was really good. And of course you like you had classes every day or like you keep checking in. So I think it's multiple things. I can't pinpoint one, but I think overall, I think that you definitely made me work hard, and your teaching was like really good. Like I really enjoyed your teaching, and it was like I said, it was very crystal clear and like very like only what was important you taught. You didn't teach extra stuff, and you didn't miss out on stuff, and you were very regular also in classes. And also I think all of that definitely helped. It was like a full combination of good things. So I think I can't pinpoint one particular thing, but I think multiple things. And you even beach may gave like mentorship advice, like even like away from padai, like how do you manage so much studying? I think every day we would have sometimes like 10 minute talks also
हाँ
after
हाँ
class.
वो बातें तो खूब करते थे.
So yeah, so all of that also is also quite helpful.
अच्छा,
So
that is
yeah,
helpful.
yeah,
Okay.
I think it's quite helpful because you are learning from somebody who's taught so many people that you know what works, what doesn't work. So it's always helpful to listen to other people who've been there and like or who are teaching, for example. उन लोग का advice definitely helps. I think maybe you don't maybe listen to it 100%, but it's always good to take points, whatever works for you. You take out points from that, and yeah, I think that was quite good. Yes,
Right.
and thank you so much for helping me get out of the rut and at least yeah, and get my life,
I
get my studying back.